If you are ready for some spoilers in relation to Daredevil Born Again, well, good news because we got them, so let's get to it. And just like that, the titles of all 9 episodes of Daredevil Born Again have officially made their way online. Now, of course, these are considered spoilers, and some can be considered bigger spoilers than others. So, again, if you want to avoid knowing anything, I would highly suggest you move on. So, with that in mind, let's get into what's going on. So, of course, let's start off with the first episode. And the first episode is called Heaven's Half Hour. Now, this you could look at in 2 different ways. Again, the heaven right there, I think, is going to make a lot of people a bit worried. Let's put it that way. Now, I did a in-depth breakdown of what I think happens in episode 1, and a lot of people are agreeing with me. They think I'm onto something. I would suggest you guys watch that for everything I'm talking about, because I don't want to reiterate for the next 10 minutes. Jumping on to episode 2, the title of the episode is With Interest. Now, this can be taken in 2 ways. With interest, interest on something that's going on, like crime syndicates. Hey, you took this money, now you got to pay it back with interest. Or with interest because maybe Matt is interested in what Kingpin is up to. So again, it can be taken in both ways, but also it could have a double meaning and be both of those things. Episode 3 is another interesting one, The Hollow of His Hand. Now, a lot of people are already trying to connect the dots, and they believe that this is in relation to Muse. And honestly, I could definitely see this. I could see this connecting to Muse, just by the nature of what the episode's called and trying to connect it to other characters. I think it fits here, honestly. So, again, we'll see. Going on to episode 4, Straight to Hell. Now, again, Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil doing the work. If what I say in my predictions of episode 1, I think that this could be when Matt Murdock fully suits back up and takes on the responsibilities of being Daredevil again. I think that that's what they're going for here. And this sort of lines up with what we heard about the first 4 episodes of the series being slow up until they did some reshoots. The next episode is Sic Semper Systema, which, if you translate it, means thus always to tyrants. And this is probably a hint at Wilson Fisk's big plan and probably the revelations of what's going on. More than likely, the episodes we saw of Fisk and Vanessa and how they're organizing things in the trailer, I think that this is going to be that episode. This is sort of the, here's what Fisk was up to and here's what he's up to now. The 6th episode is Isle of Joy. Now, this can be looked at in multiple ways. There's a couple little small islands right there off of New York that they could be hinting at, but I'm going to guess it's something completely disconnected from that. But again, who really knows? They could try to tie it all in. Whatever the case is, probably the one with the least amount of, hey, what is this? Maybe I can figure it out. After that, the 7th episode is Excessive Force. Now, I'm just going to take a guess that this is related to Frank Castle. It just makes sense to me, we know he's back. Tons of rumors about his future. This would make sense to me that maybe this is the episode where he's returning and we're seeing him sort of brought back into the fold and what's going on next in terms of the street level side of things and Kingpin really ramping things up. The second to last episode is Art for Art's Sake. So take a guess. My guess is Muse. Again, we see him graffitiing. We see him making art, right? Also as a villain who's kind of going after people and killing them. Again, Art displaying his art. I definitely think that this is all about Muse and kind of wrapping up his story and leaving us on a cliffhanger for the final episode, which is called Optics. Now, very little to go by on this one, but I think Optics puts things into clear perspective, if you will, and I meant that as a pun. The image is clear. We know what's going on. We know the status of the world. We're back in the fold. We know Kingpin's plans. We know that Matt is fully back in force. He's lost some people close to him. He's past Muse. They're leaving it off on a cliffhanger for the second half. I think that this all honestly works together, and that's why the episode is called Optics. Unless they decide to swerve us and give Matt some sight. That would definitely be interesting, but that's not going to happen. So there we go. The title of, well, the titles of all the episodes in season 1. Quite eye-opening once you just start thinking about them. And honestly, I'm interested in seeing just what exactly they're going to be able to pull off here and what direction they go in with the second season. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.